I think we're all accepting that it's a scary time. And as I just referenced, I don't think that means that we should not have fun or should be hyperbolic about the potential catastrophes that we face. But there's some headlines that just hit you some type of way, right? Where you go, is this worse than even I'm thinking? Now, I'm not one of these doomsday people. You even don't hear me going, we're going to have a civil war. We're going to have a civil war. There's some people like Tim Pool
well,
that
we all are going to die.
Okay. There's people like Tim Pool who, if you search their X feed for Civil War, it pops up like, or it goes error. There's too many Civil War references in his feed. Some people just juice views and clicks off of Civil War or nuclear holocaust or the world is ending, Armageddon. I don't do that. But I still want to share with you what I find to be a sort of chilling story, which I saw on Raw Story. Top Trump officials rushed to purchase nuclear war-proof bunkers after Iran attack. I think this originally was reported through The Telegraph. So you picture yourself sort of living life and thinking there's already so many disasters and now we're in a war and they're not explaining, and we hear Iranian sleeper cells and potential domestic terrorist attacks in response, and American soldiers dying and children being killed in a strike in Iran by joint U.S.-Israeli forces in a school. And it's just like, oh my gosh, how bad could this get? And then you hear that the elites are literally going, hello, I need a bunker ASAP. So here's the story. The revelation comes from Texas resident Ron Hubbard, who owns Atlas, a company that manufactures survival bunkers designed to withstand biological or nuclear fallout, EMP attacks, and other catastrophic scenarios. Hubbard spoke with The Telegraph and revealed that since the U.S. attack on Iran, inquiries had gone up tenfold, including inquiries from 2 senior Trump administration cabinet members. One of them texts, it's Bessent. It's 100% Bessent. You know a little bit. Bessent loves the idea of just hanging out and playing. He plays cards, a lot of cards, and nothing interesting. Uno, all day long. And he's thinking, I wouldn't mind chilling out with Larry Kudlow and playing Uno until my last breath. In a bunker. Just the quickest pause for the video amid all of this chaos. If you do appreciate these updates, please click the subscribe button, click the like button. Both of those are completely free, but subscribe is the most important to support what we do. Back to the video. One of them texted me yesterday asking me, when will my bunker be ready? Hubbard told The Telegraph. So while they're all going, hey, trust Trump, we're good, he's going to keep you safe, he's going to guide us through this, they're privately texting Mr. Hubbard of Atlas and saying, I need my nuclear-proof bunker to be ready. So again, am I saying you should be panicking over nuclear war? No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Now, the experts say that it could happen sooner rather than later. Now that I'm remembering, what was that thing called? The Atomic Scientists Association thing, org, that has the doomsday clock, and now we're closer than ever to doomsday. So in a sense, there is some reason to believe that we're closer to catastrophe, but I don't think that's good for your brain. I say, don't worry about it, but worry about the state of politics, yes. Engage yourself in our democracy. Try to elect better leaders. That's what you can do. Don't be thinking about like, oh, am I going to be trying to get into Bessent's bunker and he's going to say, we already have too many players for Uno. Now, I'm going to show you this Tulsi Gabbard video in a second, but here's what I'm thinking as I read that story. Oh, that's freaky. That's kind of freaky. That's annoying to know that while they're trying to tell us to trust Trump, they don't seem to be trusting Trump a ton, and they feel the need to get a nuclear bunker, allegedly, reportedly, and a bunker that can withstand everything. But there's two thoughts other than that I have. The first is this does kind of epitomize something that is at the core of our income inequality problems, which is the people who assist in wrecking our systems and deteriorating our society. It's not the 1% of this immigrant group or the trans people. It's that top 1%. It's the people who are fine for their own enrichment, sucking the life out of our country and the world, because they don't really have to live in that society. Now that they're mistaken, they should want to. We all would enjoy our lives however rich someone is better if the society you're in is flourishing and is prosperous and there's interesting innovation and creativity, all that. But they have this mindset of like, well, I'm going to be on 100-acre plot of compound, private security. Everything can be brought to my home. I can have a bunker. I think Zuckerberg has a advanced bunker. So what do I really care if the regulars, if the average people are having a tough time? And that detachment, I think, is also embodied in this story, which is the very people who are making the decisions that impact our country are able to be shielded by the consequences or from the consequences of their decision making. But do you remember Tulsi Gabbard was not that long ago? When was this video? Let's see. This video was June 10th of 2025. So she sold her soul to Trump and said she has to support him after being a Democrat because she wanted a position of power. That's obvious. But she tried to argue because he is actually common sense and anti-war, and he is going to keep us out of a war with Iran. Whoops. But whenever she would warn of how the dangerous elites that I guess she was saying Trump was fighting back on are pushing us towards nuclear war, she would say stuff like this.
Visited Hiroshima in Japan. Acid rain would scar the earth, wiping out entire ecosystems. This isn't some made-up science fiction story. This is the reality of what's at stake, what we are facing now. Because as we stand here today, closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation than ever before, political elite and warmongers are carelessly fomenting fear and tensions between nuclear powers. Perhaps it's because they are confident that they will have access to nuclear shelters for themselves and for their families that regular people won't have access to. So it's up to us, the people, to speak up and demand an...
And in it somewhere, she says they have bunkers. And then now months later, we're literally getting reports about her administration officials getting bunkers. And can we get like a, what is that called? A hashtag? Can we get a hashtag going about where is Tulsi Gabbard? Because she vanished. I haven't seen her. She was all, we can't get into war with Iran. Trump's the actual anti-war candidate. And then she gets this position, director of national intelligence, and then Trump starts a war with Iran. I haven't heard a peep. You'd think someone who put like their reputation on the anti-war message and specifically would rail against war with Iran specifically, you'd think the only rational response would be to resign and speak out, right? I'll remind you again, she made this video during the Trump administration. Kind of a weird thing whenever you're a part of it to be like, oh, the people currently in power. But they never change their message. That's the problem. The people who have created an entire political ideology off of the people in power are a part of this conspiracy, and we are the outsiders coming in to stop it. They don't really know what to do once they get all the power, but they still want to blame everything on some other entity or some other shadowy group, but they're the ones with all the power. So she just continued, and apparently this made Trump mad at her. And then I do have to note, if you have a serious message to the American people about how we're closer than ever to nuclear annihilation and you want to deliver that message, let's not make it like the trailer of a movie. This summer, starring Tulsi Gabbard, nuclear holocaust.
End to this madness. We must reject this path to nuclear war and work toward a world where no one has to live in fear of a nuclear holocaust.
Pre-sale tickets available now. Like, why are you doing that dramatic music when delivering a serious message? Now, you're thinking, Luke, I'm scared. I'm scared, Luke. I need to be happy. I come to you to make me happy. Well, this made me happy. Probably some people are describing as the biggest meme of 2026 already is TMZ ran an article titled Travis and Jason Kelce's mom, Donna, is having a renovation on her home, according to TMZ. TMZ has learned, according to official records, you have Taylor Swift's future mother-in-law redoing 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms in her Orlando home. Now, you could imagine, just given the news cycle, the collective internet was like, for a second, why are you reporting on reportedly the mom of Travis and Jason Kelce is having a home renovation? Like, how is that news in any world ever? But then it turned into the funniest sequence of events. This is me on Twitter. I click one response to this article because I thought it was funny and I was going to talk about it on the bonus show. And then I reopened Twitter and there was like 100 funny responses, such as Nick saying millennials have lived through 2 recessions, 9/11, Iraq and Afghanistan, a global pandemic, 8 stock market crashes, and Donna Kelce's home renovation. Someone else said, getting tired of living through major historical events. Then you have Greg saying, I already know the biggest news of March will be Donna Kelce's renovation, so I'm ready to lock in. You have January being Maduro, February being committee, and March being Donna Kelce's month. That sounds grim. Not that she's going to be arrested or killed. That's not it. Just what the news was the major news. You have the documents show Donna's hired a company to replace 9 windows and 6 doors at the home. And someone saying, guys, oh my effing God. And then Jess says, how will this impact Pop? So the post is clocks spring forward an hour tonight for daylight savings time. And someone responds, how will this impact the Donna Kelce home renovation? you have the Athletic reporting on Travis Kelce, which is big news in the sports world, deciding to play another season in the NFL reportedly. And Liz responds, can't believe Travis is so selfish he tried to overshadow his own mother's home renovation. And then someone goes, oh yeah, Trump is bad for the economy. Biden, 0 Donna Kelce home renovations. Obama, 0 Donna Kelce remodelings. Trump, 1. So, you want to say that the Trump economy is bad? Someone said, I'll always remember where I was on March 7th when I learned of this breaking news. And then finally, someone saying human history will be divided into before and after this moment. And every time it's just Donna Kelce like, woo, I'm renovating my home. Oh gosh, that's something. I saw someone say, she's doing this to distract from the Epstein files. So that gave me a laugh. I hope that it did you as well.